stressing. Too weak to count my blessings. Ain't got time for window dressing. Just trying to keep my soul intact. I've been running hard, feet on fire. Dreams and duty tangled in wire. But when my strength starts slipping away, I still hear your voice say, don't grow weary in well-doing. Get those problems off your chest. Cast your cares on my shoulders, and I'll give you rest. I'll give you rest. These bills don't pay themselves, and my prayers piled up on the shelf. But even in my weakest hour, you remind me I still got power. I've been down, but never out. Grace gonna lift me, I got no doubt. Even when my tears won't dry, you whisper peace inside my cry. Don't grow weary in well-doing. Get those problems off your chest. Cast your cares on my shoulders, and I'll give you rest. I'll give you rest. I laid it all down low. Every burden, every fear. And you met me right there in my mess. Turn my worry into rest. Rest. Sweet rest. In your arms, Lord, I find my rest. Don't grow weary in well-doing. Get those problems off your chest. Cast your cares on my shoulders, and I'll give you rest. Don't grow weary in well-doing. You've been faithful through the test. Come on, lay it all down, child, and I'll give you rest. I'm tired, but I'm trusting. He'll give you rest. I'm weary, but I'm standing. He'll give you rest. Lay it down, child. Find your rest. Can't 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 find your rest. Find your rest. Can't find your rest.
Over 500,000.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be very brief. This is Late Night Live, the DCN SMOKE. Trying to give people a chance to come on real quickly. Before I jump out of this car, I've been in 2 meetings. Rocky Mount City Council meeting at 4 o'clock, and then the Edgecombe County Commissioners had a community meeting in Rocky Mount at 6 o'clock. So I've been rolling all day. Let me see here. No. Let me see. As soon as I start, I'll get a call. Tell them I'll call them back. Okay. Let me see, can I find something else I was looking for? Right quick. Let me see. I hate doing stuff like this off the cuff, but I did want to get it in before I go in. I was trying to find something else to give people a little time to tune in. Let me see. Let me play this right here.
For their forefathers.
Why? Let me back it up.
For their forefathers.
Back it up, y'all.
Why? Listen, as a black preacher, I'm disappointed by many of our white evangelicals. I just need to know, when did they change their mind? Southern Baptist white evangelicals formed in 1845 by white Baptists who split from Northern Baptists over an issue of slavery and racism that Southern Baptists practiced. But in 1995, I thought they broke that racist generational curse because they apologized for their forefathers. Why did they change their mind, or did they believe in their apology? It was wrong how Charlie Kirk died, but to get the Presidential Medal of Honor, to have the flag lowered in his honor, when his message was about degrading black people, to say Dr. Martin Luther King, who sacrificed his life for black freedom, was a bad man, to say he would be scared to get on a plane if he saw a black pilot, he would want to know, is he qualified? To say black women are not as smart as white women. And white evangelicals, that's your hero? Have you allowed a racist, unrepentant criminal guilty of fraud, sex abuse, lying, 34 convicted crimes to poison your heart? And many want a law to make America a Christian nation. America is not a Christian nation, but it's a nation with Christians in it, because a racist life does not represent Christianity. Taking from the poor and giving to the rich does not represent Christianity. You should know your Bible. Christianity cannot be a forced law. It must be a choice from the heart, not a shotgun wedding. You have a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. If there is no love, the Bible says you're like a sounding brass and tinkling cymbal that does not represent God.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be very brief, but I'm trying to give people a chance to come on before I say what I want to say. I want to touch on about 2 or 3 things, real brief. Probably try to come back on tomorrow. Got a busy day tomorrow. Actually, busy day tomorrow and Wednesday. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Let me find something right quick. I think it was something else I want to share while I wait for a couple more folk to come on. Let me see. Let me see.
Black people know things, white people don't. Before I go on, you can check my video notes for the references I used to create this video. Generations of white Americans were raised with a story that made us feel like heroes. We learned about abolitionists, not about the banks that provided insurance on enslaved people. We learned about the civil rights movement, but not about the white mobs who terrorized black families for trying to move into a better neighborhood. Systemic racism didn't just hurt black people, although they were the ones that took most of it, but it also misinformed white people. And that pisses me off. It trained us to see unfairness and injustice as progress. That's why when black folks talk about redlining, medical racism, or why certain laws hit their communities so much harder, many white people are just confused, or worse, and probably more commonly, they're defensive. It's not just ignorance, it's conditioning. The system made sure we didn't see the whole picture, because once we did, we might start asking too many questions. White people need to hear the truth from people who live it. But that takes a toll on black people. They've had to survive what we've only begun to learn about. And it's not fair to put that burden on them. That's why I study, listen, and talk to other white folks. It's not about guilt, and it's not about blame. It's about repair. Black people already know this history. White people need to know it too, because it's our history. It's our history too. Silence keeps the system working in the way that is unjust. Don't be afraid. You should be mad about what was kept from you on purpose. Now you have the opportunity to learn about it and start organizing your life differently. I am not an expert, but I love learning. You can put my username
That's fucked up.
into your search engine. Scroll down if you want to help me out. You guys are the greatest. Get curious. Black people know things white people.
All right, let me see. Can I find one more thing? It's 9:04. I was saying 9 o'clock, but let me see. Can I find one more thing? I'm just gonna talk briefly. I got 2 to 3 issues I want to speak to before I get out of this vehicle. One more thing. A lady that was here locally in North Carolina. Let me see. Can I find her message? Let me see. The Black City Council meeting at 4 o'clock this evening, and the county commissioners had Edgecombe County Commissioners had our community meeting at 6 o'clock over in Rocky Mount at the Edgecombe Community College. Let me see. One more thing before I do my briefing on today. Let's see. I had put it in my messenger. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna let you hear this right here, then I'm gonna go into my message. Let's see when I get to it.
I'm Vicki Boyer. I am from Orange County, representing myself.
Orange County, North Carolina.
I want you to know I'm a North Carolina native, and I can trace my ancestors here back to the 1730s. I'm going to tell you that this is one of those days that will live in infamy in North Carolina history. Today, North Carolina Republicans show their true face. They have lost all sense of honor. They have lost their Christian values. They've become completely absorbed into the American Fascist Party. Their oath of office, sworn to with their hand on a Bible, means nothing to them. It was only a means to an end. Their actions today prove that their plans for North Carolina are so unpopular that they have to cheat to win. They don't want to govern, they want to rule. I hope they will remember that old adage that cheaters never prosper. The best sign I saw Saturday at a No Kings rally was this. Yo Papa didn't run moonshine through North Carolina hollers just so you could be a bootlicker.
Wow. Okay, y'all, I gotta get rid of this thing and get out of here. I just want to touch bases on, I received a flyer today about a, what was it, a virtual meeting candidates forum, or whatever you want to call it, between Charles Robinson and Carl Revis. I thought it was on go, but this evening when I was in the city council meeting, I seen someone sent me something that Carl Revis had responded, said he wanted to make it clear that he did not commit to doing that virtual forum on tomorrow night. I had shared it, but I went back and put the link from his page in the comments. So that virtual forum on tomorrow, Carl Rivers said he would not be participating, that he was going to focus on more on the community, and you read it for yourself, that he was not going to participate. He wanted to make it clear. Okay, I attended the Rocky Mount City Council meeting at 4 o'clock. It turned out just like I thought it would. I figured that it wouldn't be many people there. I knew the agenda was short, but I figured it wouldn't be many people there because it was the 4 o'clock regular meeting. And if it had been 7 o'clock, it probably would have been more people there. I don't know, with all that's going on. But it was only, I had signed up to comment. I was the first one called, but I didn't go. It had 2 more people commenting. Go look at the video. And then they went on into the business part of the meeting. The one thing that stuck out when it came to voting on a rate increase or whatever you want to call it on the utilities, it was much discussion. And Andre Knight said that it had not been a rate increase since 2017 or something. Anyway, 8 to 10 years. One was 8 years for the gas, one was 10 for the utilities, one or the other. I might be got it vice versa. Anyway, he was saying it had not been a rate increase, and talked about why and how they were able not to do the rate increase and all that over the years. So look at the video. I'm gonna just be brief. But Commissioner Tom Harris said it had been a rate increase. They voted on it back in July, I believe it was. So he was saying that it was this would be another rate increase. Well, Councilman Andre Knight said that he was under the impression that it was an administrative cost, not a rate increase. Well, I got it. I get it. Tom Harris said that the bill went up, and I get that. So I do think I understand the difference between a rate increase and administrative costs. However, it was still not clear after the meeting was over for me, because when Andre Knight kept asking about it, nobody spoke up. So it appeared that Tom was right. It appeared that Andre was right. So I don't know who's right. But what I will say is, if it was an administrative cost or either a rate increase that, if it was an increase in the pay, that, okay. But then again, what they voted on tonight was, an increase, I believe. So anyway, still twice in, after 8 and 10 years, I don't think that's bad, especially how they did rate stabilization. You got to look at the meeting and get the gist. I don't like trying to explain stuff, because when it's documented in the video, might as well go to the city council page and YouTube page and see it for yourself and get the understanding for yourself. But what I will say is, they had not been raising the price. They had been keeping it where they were observing the cost, and now that they don't have that in the fund balance, so they got to do something different. So anyway, check that out for yourself. Like I said, it was unclear whether it was a rate increase. Again, though, even if it was a rate increase, so they were saying that they want to leave the meeting saying that it had not been a rate increase and all that. So okay, well, all I gotta say is if it was, it was, and the folk haven't been paying what they ought to been paying from the start with if you did it like other cities. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe they'll get back to how it used to be after they get through this stuff. But what tickled me, the other piece, Laz Daltrich, Mr. Transparency, had an issue with them voting on about a $30,000 given away, and then supposed to be $100,000. But his question was, did they receive the $100,000, the same thing or something? And you need to look at the video on that too, because I thought that was quite interesting. I know they mentioned around the why. I think the issue was, I'm assuming that's Ward 3, something about some grant money for or something for Ward 3 that was given $30,000, and they also were supposed to they applied for $100,000, but it was never given. The community development person, I believe, McGee, I think I'm getting it right, but anyway, go look at the video. But she cleared it up and said no, it was not given to them. The council approved those kinds of things, but the staff is the one that make the final decision, and so they did not receive the $100,000. And I forgot what the other was that they voted on. But what tickles the hell out of me, it appears to me, and the only reason I know that it is was the black community, because when they said around the why, what tickles the hell out of me is they question everything when it's giving money to the black community. That was about the Wilk building, I think it was the house or something in the area. But anyway, look at the video for yourself. But it tickles me how whenever it's something that like it benefit the community, especially in the black community, they question the hell out of it. But then they make motions on other stuff. I think it was a generator. They quick to make motions or second motions on stuff that anything that's not black. It's just my opinion now. I'm speaking for me. But again, it just amazes me how some folk try to justify. Yeah, let me go back to Tom Harris too. After he was continuing to make his point about the rate increase, he came back and said something about he won't gonna say this, but this happened then, and he want to get it out. Why come I didn't vote for? Well, the same thing I think it was, because I get confused. What I was just talking about, the $30,000, $100,000, that money. He said the reason why he didn't vote for that was because of something and something. And, he wanted to get it out. Well, hell, he should have got it out when they was on that issue. And the mayor was trying to bring it back in and say, we passed that now and all that. But anyway, it just amazes me how I think they just be trying to find stuff to justify. Like one of the public comments where both of them might have touched on it. But I do know one of them talked about how for the commission councilmen out there not get paid because they waited so long to come on board with the other three councilmen to shut down Keith Rogers. They said that since they waited so long that they need to give up their pay. Now they ain't gonna do that. And all the councilmen were there tonight except Councilman T.J. Walker. The city manager Elton Daniels was not there. I hear he was going to a manager's meeting or something. So the assistant manager Peter Varney carried out the meeting when came time for questions for the city manager. But anyway, it just amazes me how folk get on so defensive. I think Ruben Blackwell came back, but RJ came back first and said he was disappointed how Lige was questioning the staff and all that, like people just not operating out of their not operating out of the policy and procedures, when it was stated that they did not get the $100,000, and the lady said that they didn't get it because they didn't meet the criteria. But see, that was done, like Tom Harris said, that was done before he got on the board. So they still trying to go back and try to find something that when they were not on the board. It just amazes me. Reminds me of what's going on in the North Carolina General Assembly, where those boys got the majority, and also in Washington, D.C., where the majority is just out of damn control. Oh, yeah, I've been trying to stop cussing, huh? But the more I try to stop cussing, the more I cuss, because y'all just get on my freaking nerves. But anyway, y'all look at the video for the meeting tonight. It was a short meeting, about 25 minutes. But it was pretty good. You know, when you watch the meetings and you look at how folk express themselves, and you get to see how they operate, and you can get a feel for where these folk coming from. That's right. I think that was it I want to touch on, I believe. But anyway, I may come back on tomorrow. I got a busy day tomorrow, and Wednesday. Gotta take care of some business, so I don't know if I'll come back on or not. But anyway, y'all, this stuff, you can't make this stuff up. I'm just so glad there was not a whole lot of public comments, because folk need to let the process, let them go through the process and see where the money went. I keep hearing them saying they don't know where this at, they don't know where that at, so just wait on the full report. I'll tell you something that Keith Rogers would not give Andre and the council, and I always ask to. So let's wait on the full report and shut down the noise. Y'all folk be listening to that mess over there on looking at that mess over there on Rocky Mountain Concerned Citizen and all these other pages talking foolish. I see where somebody sent me something where Keith Harris, former firefighter, he sent out something about he got a lawyer on hand, and all folk need to do is contact him and all that. Folk, y'all keep on fooling with these folks. Just keep on. Let's try to get shortchanged fooling with these folks. You better wait, let the process work itself out. You don't put yourself in a position where one day you might be able to go back to work with the city. But mess around and get out there with these foolish folk keeping all this noise and mess around and mess your own self up. That's right. But anyway, y'all, this has been Late Night Live, the DCN Smoke. I got to go. Y'all have a good night.